Hey YouTube, how's it going? Tempo Dragons here, bringing you a test hand video of the 41 card Dragon Link deck profile I put up the other day. So just gonna kind of show you its consistency, where you can sort of play through hand traps, where you can sort of play through other interruptions your opponent may have, and depending on your hand, like how you can still combo through if you don't really have an ideal hand, like if you open the phalanx or you open up another garnet that you don't really want to see in your hand. So just give it a shuffle just to kind of prove I haven't stacked the deck in any sort of way. Just give it a cut. Let's draw our 5 cards. Let's see what we got. Okay, we got two quick launches, the Buster Sword, a Cosmic Cyclone. So, quite an interesting play actually. So let's go with a quick launch. So we use quick launch, get out our Rocket Tracer. I will try not to shuffle all the time. Link it off for the striker effect to get a boot sector launch. Quick launch is gone. And now we've got boot sector launch to our hand. Now, quite sadly, we don't actually have any extenders, but we have a normal summon. So if worst comes to worst, we can normal summon the Destruction Sword. So I'm going to use my other quick launch now. And I do play 2 rocket recharges. I'd probably recommend it just because it is a really good card and it is just something you want to see in your graveyard if you can. So we're going to summon that and then go into our Link 2 into our Romulus and activate Romulus effect. So we could get like Ash or Veiled here because we haven't got really a good way to chain block at the moment because of the opening hand. So let's just, we hope our opponent didn't have the hand trap in hand. There we go. Go for the Lance. From the Lance, we'll activate it to equip it to our thing, which then equips our Phalanx. Summon out the Phalanx, and then link off our Romulus for our Link Cross. Link Cross will summon 2 tokens, so we can bring out 1 and 2. Use one of the tokens to bring out our Metal Marsha. That will summon back our Phalanx, which we can summon here. And then if you're worried your opponent's got a nib and they're waiting for you to do the next play, you can go into your Herald here and just sort of combo off that way. But what I prefer to do is just kind of risk it. So we go into our Needle Fiber. Sorry, not using our Phalanx, using our Marsha. And then Needle Fiber to bring out Red Rose. Do a lot of searching in this deck. And then we use the Red Rose and the token to bring out our Herald. So now we have 1 negate on board. He's going to be over here. And then because Red Rose was used for Synchro of a Light Monster, we get our White Rose. And then from here, you just sort of combo off as normal. So we bring out LP, link that off for our other Striker Dragon. Use LP's effect. So this is where you would check your graveyard just to see what you have. So we've used a Rocket Recharger. We've got a Rocket Tracer and Rocket Recharge in the graveyard, so that's fine. So I'm going to use LP to bring out Brotar. So then I can add a Chaos Levineer to my hand. So just find the Brotar. And then use its effect. So I'm going to discard the Phantasme just because I'm going to need the boot sector. The Cosmics like you choose which one of these two you don't want and get rid of the other. So I'm just going to get rid of the Phantasme because I should have enough set up board on the field. Brotar targeting itself, so then I can add a Lemonade to my hand. There we go. Cool, and then link off the LP and the Fibrax to bring out Buster Whelp. Link out the Brotar to bring out the Pisty. Pisty effect to bring out the Rocket Tracer. Get rid of Pisty and the Whelp to then bring out your Seals. And then still haven't normal summoned the whole turn, by the way. Just putting it out there. So I want to be able to use Rocket Charger and have another monster on the field. So I'm going to use Levy Effect. Try and banish only darks. So I want to keep Brotar because obviously it's got a good effect. So I'll banish one white, red, and I want to keep Rocket Recharger, so I'll banish the Pisty. Banish a 3 to summon out Levy. Shuffle one of your opponent's hand back into their deck. Activate Boot Sector Launch on the side here. Use Tracer to pop it to bring out the other recharger I have. There we go. Make those two into a Savage. Savage effect will equip the Fibrax to it, so it will gain 2 counters. I'll use these two to make the Union Carrier. Union Carrier effect, luckily it can attach from the hand, so I'll attach it to the Savage, and I'll set the Cosmic Cyclone, leave it face up. So, bit of an awkward hand. I've had to use all my resources, but still able to end up on the same board. Got the Buster Lock, got my opponent out, got 2 Omni Negates, got the Bounce for Seal, and got the Macros Cosmos effect with Herald as well. So, still quite good. So, let's just go for the test hand number 2. Just kind of put everything back together. Just giving it a good shuffle. All right, let's give it a cut. Let's see what we get this time. Okay. What a hand. So I've got the red rose and white rose in my hand, which is not ideal. I've got an Ash, a Rocket Tracer, and a Noctivision. So yeah, definitely not the best hand, but let's just try and make the most of it. So normal summon the Rocket Tracer. Link it off. For the Striker Dragon. Striker effect chained with Noctivision. So Noctivision to summon itself out, and then Striker to add us the Boot Sector Launch. There we go. And we link the 2 off into our Romulus. Noctivision Chainlink 2, Romulus Chainlink 1. So we get our draw first, get a Rocket Recharger, and then Romulus to add the Lance. We'll equip the Lance to equip the Phalanx. Phalanx to summon itself out. And then we can go into Linkos. Linkos effect to bring us 2 tokens. Use one of those tokens and our Phalanx to bring out Metal Marsha and his effect to bring back the Phalanx. So, all good so far. Use these 2 for our Needle Fiber. And then Needle Fiber effect to bring out the Red Rose Dragon from our hand. And then what we're going to do here is we'll Synchro Summon to bring out Herald. Bring it out on the far side. Now we can't use this effect to bring out White Rose Dragon because I'm pretty sure it is from the deck. Oh no, hand or deck, so that's fine. But White Rose would have summoned itself out because we still have a tuner on the field. So either way, this would have came out, which is good to see. And then we'll just go into our LP, and then we go into our Striker Dragon. LP's effect. I will go for the Brotar play again. So just summon out Brotar. And then for the discard, I discard the Ash. I'm not too worried about it. I know it's a good defensive card, but the Boot Sector and Rocket Recharge is going to be useful for me to go ahead. You could get rid of the Rocket Recharger, as we'll bring the Striker back. Yeah, okay. We'll keep the Ash. We'll dump the Recharger instead. Obviously, Brotar targeting itself, so let's add the Levy. There we go. Okay, then we get rid of LP and Firebrax for the Buster Whelp. Brotar for the Pisty. Pisty effect. Bring back the Rocket Tracer. Get rid of Pisty and the Buster Whelp for our Spheres. And then you're sort of in a good place. So now let's bring out our Levy. So banish 3 darks. I'm going to banish the Pisty, banish the LP, and the White Rose. It's completely up to you what you do. Like, sometimes you can leave LP in your graveyard and bring it back for the Recharger play if you've got set up for it. So it just sort of depends what kind of follow-up you like to do. So anyway, bring out Levy, shuffle 1 back from your opponent's hand. Gonna activate Boot Sector Launch, use Tracer to pop it, to then bring out our other Recharger. There we go. Use the 2 for our Savage. There we go. Use these 2 for our Union Carrier. Oh, sorry, Savage effect. Obviously gains its 2. Union Carrier, once again, we have to target our Savage to bring out the Buster. So there you go. Pretty much the same field. Completely different hand. Got the Floodgate, got the Omni Gates, got the Bounce, got the sort of mini macro customers, and you got an Ash in your hand. So quite a good setup. I was just going to mention with the Union Carrier, if you're playing your opponent and you know he's got dinos and you side in Lanciers, you don't have to bring out the Buster Whelp. Literally, set a Lancier, equip it to the Union Carrier instead, and then just use the Herald to bounce it. And then it's in your hand for as soon as your opponent goes, and then you can just ditch it. And like as soon as the Lancier's in the graveyard, they're not going to do too much. So just a good note about the Union Carrier. Cool. Hope you liked the video. Let me down in the comment sections what you like, don't like, what you think could be improved, and I'll see you next time.